Everyone in the hall erupted with laughter. Everyone except her. The sound bounced sharply against the walls of the dojo, cutting like glass, as a young man in a crisp white gi pointed toward her with a cocky grin. "Well, let's see what you've got," he taunted. She stood motionless, mop still dripping onto the blue mats, bleach stains across her gray sweatpants. Her hands trembled. Not from fear, but from something older, deeper. Something that had been buried for years. The laughter gradually faded, and the gym grew still. Faces turned toward her, amused, expectant, waiting for an easy humiliation. But what unfolded next was something none of them could have predicted. Because the woman they dismissed every day as nothing more than the cleaning lady was about to show them what real strength looks like. Not the kind displayed with belts, medals, or applause, but the strength forged through silence, suffering, and sheer survival. If you believe in second chances, in kindness, and in the truth that every person carries a story worth hearing, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Limitless Truth. Your support helps these real, powerful stories reach those who need them most. Her name was Rosa Martinez. She was 43, a single mother, a survivor of domestic abuse, and the janitor at West Valley Martial Arts Academy for the past 5 years. Most people at the academy didn't even know her name. Rosa came before dawn, left long after sunset. Her days smelled of disinfectant and echoed with the squeak of her mop. She worked silently, clearing away sweat, dirt, and pride from the mats where students trained. Few noticed her. No one asked why her left hand was stiff, why her arms were always covered even in the summer heat, or why she sometimes paused outside the practice room, eyes fixed on the sparring with an ache no one understood. 2 decades earlier, Rosa had been one of Mexico's brightest taekwondo stars, destined for the Olympics. But her dream was shattered by the man she married. A coach who charmed her, then caged her, breaking her spirit as thoroughly as he once trained her body. After years of abuse, Rosa fled with her little boy, Daniel, carrying only 2 backpacks, and the memory of a girl who once soared across the mat. Life in America was not the miracle she imagined. Papers were hard to come by, work even harder. She cleaned houses, scrubbed dishes, scraped by with whatever jobs she could find. Then she discovered West Valley Academy. The pay was small, but being close to martial arts again felt like brushing against a lost dream. She told no one about her past. She didn't want pity, only quiet dignity. Her son Daniel, now 16, begged to take classes. She saved every dollar, every tip, to pay his fees, never asking for a discount. And Daniel flourished. Disciplined, strong, compassionate. He reminded her of herself before life had turned cruel. That day, the gym was crowded for a special demonstration. Parents, instructors, and advanced students gathered to watch. Rosa worked quietly in the background, wiping glass, tossing bottles, keeping herself invisible. The instructor leading the demo was Jake, a black belt, state champion, and far too proud of himself. He thrived on attention, cracking jokes, showing off. When he looked for one last laugh, his gaze fell on Rosa, mop in hand. "How about you?" he smirked. "Want to give it a try?" The room burst into laughter. Some chuckled uncomfortably, others looked away. Rosa froze, unsure if she was expected to laugh along. Jake pressed further, grinning at his own cruelty. "Come on then, let's see what the cleaning lady's got." Something in Rosa shifted. She leaned her mop gently against the wall. Her sleeve slipped just enough to reveal faint scars. She walked forward, silent, unblinking. Murmurs rippled through the room, snickers mixed with uneasy whispers. Jake chuckled nervously, not realizing the storm he had just awakened. "All right then," he said with a smirk, raising his hands. "Go easy on me." Rosa bowed. "Of course." And then she slid into a fighting stance. It was so precise, so sharp, that 2 of the older instructors straightened in their seats, recognizing it instantly. Jake struck first. Lightly, playfully, expecting her to stumble. She didn't. She blocked effortlessly, body moving like water, graceful yet dangerous. He attacked again, harder this time. Rosa ducked, pivoted, and in one flawless motion swept his leg from under him. Jake hit the mat hard, ego bruised, eyes wide. The dojo fell silent. Rosa extended her hand to help him up. Dazed, he took it. When he stood, he bowed, this time with genuine respect. "Who is she?" someone whispered. From the back, a voice replied softly. "That's Daniel's mom." Applause erupted. Not for a flashy performance, but for truth, for humility, for the quiet power they had just witnessed. That evening, Daniel hugged his mother tighter than ever. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked. Rosa smiled, kissed his forehead, and whispered. "Because you didn't need to know who I was in order to become who you are." The following week, the academy offered Rosa a scholarship. For both her and Daniel. The head instructor, a gray-haired Korean grandmaster, who had watched the demonstration in silence, approached her and bowed deeply. "It would be our honor to see you on the mat again. Sayora," he said with sincerity. At first, Rosa refused. She said she was too old, too tired. But Daniel's eyes shone with hope. "Please, ma'am. Just once. For you." And so, she agreed. Rosa tied the same worn belt she had kept hidden in a drawer for 20 years. She stepped onto the mat. Not as a janitor, but as the fighter she had always been. She began training beside her son. Admired now not for what she cleaned, but for what she carried inside. And slowly, something beautiful happened. Others in the gym started sharing their own scars, their own stories of loss, survival, and hidden strength. Rosa had given them more than inspiration. She had given them permission to be human. If this story moved you, even for a moment, if it reminded you that every soul deserves to be seen and valued, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to Limitless Truth. Special request, write in the comments, "I see you, Rosa." Because no one should ever be invisible.